Hey, I am recovering from surgery, but I decided to get out and get some sunshine today. And there's just something that's kind of been weighing on my heart, and it really breaks my heart. And I wanted to talk about it today. And I'm not going to make the video too long because I do need to leave this park and go back home and get some rest. But um, so my daughter is in her late 20s, and many of her friends are dating. And so often she'll come to me and talk to me about um, just things that makes them angry. I guess they kind of get together um, and they kind of share notes. And, a lot of times my daughter will come to me really like enraged, and they've just come together and they're all just so angry about certain things. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told her. And please just hear me out and bear with me, okay? I'm not taking up for people who maybe don't use the best wording that they could when they're getting to know people, but I'm wanting us to be able to take the message away from things. Now, of course, I'm speaking, of women that have their reflections and feedback about men. But honestly, this can go both ways. And so, what I told my daughter is that I feel that a lot of them are not ready to date yet. And please understand, I just said yet, right? That means that it doesn't mean that you never will be. I just think that it's true for a lot of people that they shouldn't be dating until they really get a hold of some things. Um, and one of the things that I'm noticing is a lot of the sensitivity and the levels of offense that people are experiencing while they're dating. And they come back, feeling angry and rejected and crushed and hurt and just disillusioned. And I do feel like you can't be in the dating field and be um, easily offended. You can't nitpick the way the message is given and not get the message. So, one of the things that came up recently was dealing with feeling angry about men expressing that they don't want to date someone with children. And I feel like this, hopefully, you who are listening to me has some type of boundaries or have made some type of um, agreement with yourself about what you will and what you won't settle with regard to whoever it is that you may date, right? Um, so why do we become so offended when people express what they do and don't like? Like I said earlier, the wording maybe that they're using could be a little bit better, but I can really tell when there's been people who's never experienced being used in a relationship. I'm going to tell you something. Even though it may hurt that whatever it is about you that a person may not want that for themselves in a relationship. Sorry about that. I hate that when people have stuff on the corner of their mouth. Um, I will tell you, it's a whole heck of a lot better than somebody pretending, stringing you along, and using you. Like I said, this goes for men and women. There's women that will openly say, oh, he's not really my type, but he's stable, he's got a good job. And to me, it's the same thing. It's about people not being genuine and authentic. And don't you want that? So the other thing is, or somebody could pretend to wholeheartedly accept you for who you are with it in their mind that they'll change you later. So in reality, they really aren't accepting you for who you are. I guess what I'm trying to say is let's stop punishing and vilifying people for having preferences. It's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be offended. You want to respect people's um, autonomy and who they are for who they are, and not take it so personal. And I think that what is missing is a lot of times people know what they want in a relationship before they've discovered who they are. Um, when you know who you are and you're comfortable with who you are, um, you wouldn't want to be with somebody that you're going to be incompatible with anyway. And so if they express that, it's not taken so much to heart um, when you really know who you are. And also, knowing who you are would also direct um, who you're connecting with. Do you want to know what I think a big part of this is? There are some people, for various reasons, it could be different times of people's lives, maybe them getting panicked about not having anyone, and really wanting, getting tired of being by themselves. And so I think what has happened in society is that people have really kind of made it kind of a norm where they are compromising. Um, they're losing a lot of themselves and a lot of their identity to blend in with somebody that they want to be able to keep around. And so because some of this has become normalized, when a person expresses that they have standards, it's now taken offensively. And maybe I'm missing something, but I just don't think that it should be that way. I really think that people need to have some standards and stick with them. I'm not saying this from like this high perch and looking down. I've been rejected before for various things. Um, but I would just I have told people respectfully that I really appreciated them expressing that to me, and it went a long way with me where I respected it versus them just pretending with me. And so I just want you to know that when you're out there and you're dating, please stop taking it, to heart when someone, for whatever reason it is, expresses to you that, I mean, even though you may be one of those individuals that's very flexible and you'll overlook a bunch of things, even though it goes against what you really want and who you really are, um, you don't want to have that expectation that everybody is like that. And I think that's what gets mixed up a lot, is that people are often looking at the outside world from their inside lens and who they are. And they feel like who they are and how they are is, they just get shook to the core when they find out that not everybody has their outlook and do things the same way. And so, just like with any healthy relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's dating or you're even married, there has to still be respect for that person's individuality and their autonomy. I hope that this has helped you. I'll be back real soon with more frequency, probably like next week. And maybe I'll even discuss some of these points a little further. Take care.